Welcome YouTube, this is OG Weasel, Urban Conversion, and I'm back again with another story. If you're just now tuning in, hit that like and subscribe button. I got clemency from President Obama after 20 years of federal prison. I had a 30-year federal prison sentence, and I was one of the fortunate ones to get clemency with the program Mr. Obama set up. Now this story, I'm giving you fair stories. Actual events, stories, fellow comrade stories, the whole nine. All federal prison stories. This story is when you get to the USP, it's different levels of the game, it's different tactics and all of that. I'm in USP Hazleton, and I thought I had knew it all after being in jail 10, 11 years. I thought I'd seen it all. Making it into the USP, going to the USP. I was in the cell. I did a segment on this with my Boston homie that had the 2 lives in 30 years. I'm gonna just tell you how you lock your door and why you lock your door in the USPs. This is how they lock their door in the USPs. The doors are big, heavy duty doors that if you pull in it closed and you slam your finger, you going 9 times out of 10, you gonna knock your nail off your hand, because these are some big cast iron doors that lock with a key. You know, they're really, you know, 1 person, 2 people, 3 people, 5 people, 10 people ain't getting this door down. So that's when you're behind the door. We're in USP Hazleton. Now I see my cellie. Now I get up at 5:30. When the doors pop, I'm already dressed because I get up at 5, brush my teeth, wash my face. I use the restroom, you know, while my cellie in there. I put the sheet up, use the restroom, wash my face, brush my teeth at 5. My cellie at this particular time really didn't get up in the penitentiary. And when you leave out the room, y'all both either leave out the room, or if one stay in the room, like pretty much he used to stay in the bed early in the mornings. I used to get up 5:30 when they pop the doors. I'm first one out the cells. You know, that's what I was trained to do. So I would get all my stuff, use the restroom and all of that, get my little stuff so I wouldn't have to run in and out the room in the mornings. But I knew what my cellie would do. My cellie would turn around and lock the door. He'd turn around and lock the door. And how he locked the door was these brown belts. We had these brown khaki belts, long. It had the little gold buckle, gold or chrome buckle that you slide in and it clamped down. You take these off, and then you would send all of these belts, about 5 or 6 belts, from the door to the bunk. It's probably about 4 belts sewed together long. At the end of one of the belts, he used to double loop it with another cut piece of a belt. Used to double loop it, sew it all the way down, sewing it all the way down, up and from the bottom part and the top part, all the way across. You know what I'm saying? Sewing it. Only thing to make it go, now you get a nail. I don't know where you find a nail from, like CMS, where the guys work in maintenance and shit like that. They get you a nail. You cut the nail down, like when you shutting the door in the unit, in your room door, they heavy, so they got the little 4-finger slot that you can pull your door closed. That little nail, when that 4-finger slot, it got a wedge in it. You cut the nail to the point of this wedge. You slide it through the belt first. You slide it through the belt and you sew it. You sew the nail. You sew the nail down in the belt, so now it just look like a T, but with a nail hanging out. This the end of the belt. You put the nail inside and you take something, a shoe or something, and you wedge the nail down a little bit to hold the 4-finger latch to pull it. You take the rest of the parts of the belt and you pull the door closed. You hold the door and you take it. You got the locks that you use for your lockers. You take 2 locks. You take one of the locks and you sew it to the end of the belt, and you make a loop for the both of them. Now from the back of the bunk to the front of the door, and it's holding the door closed. You pulled it and you wedged it real tight, and you wedged it real tight. Then you lock it. That's because so many DC guys will run in your room, rob you, maybe even rape you, but they were pretty much running in your rooms when you was having weed, or if you was having pills, if you was having something that they wanted, that you was hustling in jail, something that they can hit a lick off of. It didn't matter who you was. They was pulling, snatch your door open, come in there with them knives while you in your bunk. That's why I was mindful that you had to be mindful that you couldn't sleep in the bunk in the penitentiary. Penitentiary, you gotta be up or not, lock the door. So when you lock the door, even if only one hand can reach the handle. Now if they pull the door, it ain't gonna be, now they can probably put their wedge, their foot and snatch it and break it. But by that time, you up out the bed, ready to defend yourself with whatever you got in your hand. When you lock the door, that just buy you some time to get you up out the bed if somebody trying to rush in the room on you. That's how you lock the door in the USP. All over the USPs. It's only one way to lock the door, you know, and that's the way you lock the door in the USP. You have to lock the doors because they will get you. They will get you. If your car into it with another car on the other side of the prison and you don't know about it, it's safe to lock your doors. And you got a group of homies that's on a different side of the jail. Y'all got a slightest beef with any other car, you lock your door if you're gonna lay down for an extra 30 minutes or an hour in the USP. Safety precautions. Hope that get y'all understanding the things that you have to go through in the USP. This OG Weasel, and this my truth. Peace.